Oh, 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 oh. Okay, let's see. Got this. I think I may be more or less everywhere. I hope. Let's see if anybody else is around. Justin, yay! Justin. Just in time. He found me just in time. How to apply real estate grants. Let me get some paper and a pencil. Oh, Justin, yay! Justin. Just in time. He found me just in time. We don't have to listen to me also. I'm there. Give me a minute. I got to fill my wine glass, okay? Okay. Oh, let's see what's going on. Why don't I see anybody on this one over here? Oh, actually, boy, that's really delayed. Oh. Hi, Gabe's here. Wow. Hi, Gabe. How to apply for real estate grants. Yeah. Let me make sure most of the stuff are, yeah, that's good. Real estate grants, that's good. Ooh, that's a little bright. I gotta turn that down, but I don't know how. That's Periscope. We'll let those people suffer a little bit today. They give me a hard time a lot of times, but it's fun. Boy, if I didn't have, you know, I really found in my life, if people don't hate what you do, man, you're too boring, you know. Watching me for years. Yes, UFO man. Oh, thank you. I've been doing this for years. Man, I never thought I could do anything for 40 years or something like that. Christian, Ernesto, Brooks, wonderful. Now that you've gone, all that's left is a band of gold, huh? Let's see. Today, actually, I just finished another report for housing in Euclid, Ohio. Any of you guys know about Euclid, Ohio? But I guess it's a way out suburb of Cleveland. Cuyahoga, is that how you say the county? Cuyahoga County. What's up, Dave? New follower, wonderful. We want the new Shelly Martin. Steve Davis and Justin's still here. I didn't lose him yet. But I want to go over how I do that, because I think, you know, if you try enough of this stuff, you could really do a lot of this stuff yourself, you know, and start doing things yourself, because then you become more powerful if you do it yourself. And there's no secret. It's just hard work and learning some tricks, and, you know, sort of like hitting a fastball. You know, I mean, you just can't go up the bat and do it the first time. It takes work and practice. You know. So for those of you who want to be in real estate, what about grants for retired folk in Florida? Wow. Actually, if you want to go in real estate in Florida, I have a discount thing just for sippy. Yes, that's white wine. I got 202 members now. Oh, God, that's great, Graham. Yeah, that's our Q&A group, okay? So it's a Let's Go group. What is it? Help me, Wanda. Q&A fans. Oh, gosh, why do I screw that? Boy, you know, as I get older, it's getting worse, sir. It's getting worse, sir. I forget more stuff. So I need help, and I know. I mean, I can't run as fast anymore, too. So why would I believe I could think as fast? I guess I don't. But you know what I could do as I get older? What I could do better is love. I can love harder and better. Let's Go Fan Q&A, right? Facebook.com. Let's Go Fan Q&A. Gabe runs that. It's great. There's a place to share your freebies. New Jersey is Tommy Too Much. Tommy Too Much. How are you doing? Tommy Too Much. Not, hi Tommy, not too much. Not sure what that meant. There's a lot of cryptic thing. Maybe I'm an old guy and I don't remember a lot of things. Social media marketing, digital marketing, Salesforce administration, CRM. Oh, that's your work. Great. Now, there's so many ways to make money now. And it's all about perseverance, I think, and not spending money. But one thing about, you have to be careful about real estate investing. I mean, the longer I watch what's going on the internet and people starting businesses, I've been doing this since the 60s or 70s. I always remember thank you, that we are so good at this country at selling things instead of actually doing stuff, and that's, I guess, a pity in a way. But let's go. I've been watching you for years. Thumbs up to you. Well, thank you. Like now, I was watching a seminar on how to sell goods on the internet. Have an internet store like a Shopify or something, and it shows you where to go to on Alibaba and buy things. That's a big wholesaler in China. And you get something for $2 and then you sell it for $15 on your website. Well, man, why doesn't everybody just find out about Alibaba? Alibaba will sell it to anybody for $2. I buy lots of stuff directly from Alibaba. So that's why, see, what you're doing is people are out there marketing, so they have to market to find you. So the $1 item, they got to sell to you for $15 because they're spending all that money trying to find you, But if you learn how to find stuff on the internet, then you don't have to spend all that money. Did you have a TV show back in the 90s called Mr. Wonders? No, I did a lot of talk shows back then. So that's what I was doing a lot. I was a professional guest. And also I had infomercials. So lots of infomercials and home shopping and stuff like that. And that's how I sold most of my stuff back then. So that was it. But now it's live and it's free. So I'm selling things this way. Trying to educate people about what's available out there, and anybody could use it if you know where it is, and to be careful of hucksters and charlatans. I mean, you could call me one too. I get married a lot. I've been married about 3 times, and it's like people call themselves gurus. I heard something I remember your commercials when I was watching TV as a kid. Yeah, now we're both old people, aren't we? Well, I'm sure I'm a lot older than you. But anyway, it was why I got a good phrase from one of these people, watching on the internet. It said, why we have so many gurus. Everybody's a guru in this, a guru in that, because they don't know how to spell charlatan. Yeah. And that's why we become so good at selling things. Like most of the people I see about internet marketing, all they're worrying about is selling things. They don't care what the hell they have. They just get it. You buy it. They get it. And it seems to me we need that. I mean, because any idea you have, if nobody knows about it, when do you have to return for the real estate grant? Okay, yeah, that's what I want to talk about that. But it's really about sales in this country, and that's another philosophical thing. So maybe we'll put that aside. Let's get back to the real estate grant, okay? Because I just finished a report So first of all, you're looking for real estate grants, okay? You want to start grants, you can't put in real estate grants. I mean, you're not going to find anything. You're going to find people, like me, who want to sell you how to get real estate grants. Or you're going to find mortgage brokers, who want to get you a mortgage, or lawyers, or anybody selling money. They're going to do that. Owe the bank more than market value due to cash, denied the bank. Okay, people, see, that's, okay, if you don't have good credit rating, the bank turns you down and everything. That's what these other programs are for. The government programs, nonprofit organizations, they're for money that that when you can't get it from traditional. I was talking about two bankers today. I was trying to straighten out my account. They're two executives at the bank, and we're both talking because they know me, and they're asking me about, they want to start their own business. And I told them, banks are for people who don't need money. If you need money, don't go to the bank. That's the last. They're for people who don't need it. And they all agree with me. They're just sitting there, and they're longtime employees of this big, Fortune 100, 500 bank or whatever. And that's why, to me, what the opportunities in this country is in the non-traditional things. I mean, if you can get mortgages, you can get banks and all that, God bless you. But it for people who don't. That's what I'm trying to educate people who can't do traditional means, because there's so much happening in non-traditional. FHA will do 580 up credit, and they'll do 3% down payment, and you give 2%. Yes, that's a loan probably of FHA, and that's a government subsidized, because see, they won't go out of business. They're subsidized by the FHA. And that's why, city court won't do that, because they're afraid of losing money. They want to get as much money as possible. They're really not interested in housing as much as they are in getting money. And if housing gets some money, good. If something else does, they'll go there. But here, okay, let me tell you kinds of things that you find if you don't go to traditional sources, okay? Now, I put together this report, and it's 170 pages. And this is a report, if you want to know, do one for you, fine. I'd love to. But also, I want to educate people about how to do it. And you have to know where this stuff is. What's that? I want to get land free and get paid to grow crops. You can't, I mean, that's very possible, I think. And, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in life. That's the other thing. And all the programs I'm going to tell you about, they're maybes. Everything in life is a maybe. I know a nice girl over there. She's single. She may go out with you. Now, whether she goes out with you or not depends on you and her, okay? So the same thing with anything else, getting money from these programs, it's up to you and them. I could just show you where they are, and it may or may not work. But otherwise, you're never going to get that close by going to Google. See, that's the thing, is that people are trying to solve problems in life, and they're going in Google and looking for housing grants, and they won't find anything. Anything of I'm single too. Gabe is there, and they don't find anything, because you just find people who want to sell you stuff. So here's okay. Now, this is just an example. See, what I'm trying to do is not just tell you about how to get money in Ohio. What was your email address? I can't remember it. Let's Go Free Radio. I don't have the sheet here. I'm sorry. Let's Go Free Radio at gmail.com. And here for the, if you're looking at, you want to do a custom research report, it's letsgo.com/real estate. Letsgo.com/real estate. And so, okay, here's what it is. Okay, Euclid. Okay, here's what I do first. I go to the city. Okay, I look at the city. So you're going to search for your city, whether it's California, New Jersey, or whatever the hell your city is, and you just put in your city name and the state. You have to put in the state because there's so many cities with the same names in different states. 30-year fix. Okay. And don't say what you need. I mean, sure, it'd be nice what you need, but the way you do solve problems in life, I just write it down and looked it up, thanks, is that you go and find out what is available and how you can use that to solve your problem. Because see, nobody's sitting there in the government and all these nonprofits that give out the money say, well, let's see what Let's Go wants in life, or Charlene in Atlanta wants in life, and we'll develop a program to give her free money and do whatever. Nah, that shit doesn't happen. Unless you're a fat cat and you get written in the law, then it happens. Otherwise, no. We have to go out there and find out what's there, and that's the hard part, finding out what's there. And so you have to get creative. Yes, that's what it's all about. People say, "Oh, I need $100,000 for real estate." You're never going to find it that way. You're asking the wrong question. You got to go out there and look what's available for real estate. What kind of financial assistance programs are out there, and start studying. It takes work, man. If you expected, even like get my report and make one phone call and get a check next Thursday, don't. I'd have to charge you $10,000 because I will do a shitload more work I'd have to do for you before you get it. Where are you? I'm home. Where are you, Naima? I'm in Washington. I mean, in Kensington. I've been hanging out in Washington a lot because we got a new apartment down there. We're tearing apart. Anyway, so that's why you go to your city. So like this is Euclid, Ohio. Okay, so I put that and only go to .gov. Everybody else will be out there. See, if you put Euclid or buying a house in Euclid, Ohio, totally understood. I might have to pay $10,000 one day. Yeah, but see, your time is free to you. You just have to have the time to do it. And that's what life is all about. You taking the time to make this important for you to do something in life. If you don't think it's that important in life, well then, that's up to you. Nobody could do it. But if you're not really willing to put in the time to do it, because it's going to be a lot of stumbling blocks. It's going to be a lot of stuff you're going to run into. It's not going to happen fast. You're going to want to do it to put it up. If you expect, well, I'm going to make $1 million in real estate and I'll just buy this course for $30,000, like go to Trump University or something like that. Shit, that ain't going to happen, because you still have to put in a bunch of work after you paid $30,000. And it's I don't know, that's what I mean. We're so good at selling people, just buy me and all your problems will be solved. No, actually what I want to do is buy me and I'll start you in the right direction of creating the right kind of problems for you, because otherwise, if you're Googling in Google, man, you just get 20 million websites and you'll never find anything close to what I boil it down to 170, and this is the report, 179 pages. That's it. And there's about 150 programs in there, and about 50 of them probably grants and money you don't have to pay back. So you go to your state or your city. So you put in the city name, and then .gov, because that's what you want. Now, when you get to that city, every city will have departments, a listing of their departments, okay? So you go into the listing of the departments, and there'll be 2 departments you're looking for, or 2 keywords. The real estate stuff will be in either something called housing. That's a fancy name, isn't it? That's hard to remember. No, it's not. But the other one is a little more difficult. It's called community development. So it depends on where you are. And that's not even right 100% of the time. But those 2 names will be right 90% of the time. Give you a website again where you've done what you've done. letsgo.com/real estate. It's in the title of these, the video today. A good info. So letsgo.com real estate. That's where the real estate report is. If you want me to do a custom one for your house, it's only $40, and I spent dozens and dozens of hours, and I know exactly where to go. So that's what I want to do, is teach you exactly where to go. So you go to that state, that city government. Okay, and then they have, you'll see a whole bunch of programs. They'll be like, here's coming the program. Okay, down payment assistance program. And they call Euclid EdCore. Now, I don't know what that means, but there it is. And this is for people making up to, for a family of 4, about $55,000. So if you're more than $55,000, you won't be eligible for the $10,000 of grant money. They have $10,000 grant to help you buy a house, okay? We need more lives from, you mean like a cat? I have a 9 lives. So that's right. I mean, if you put Euclid EDCOR right now in Ohio, I'm a member on your site. And how can I look this up? Well, this is a custom report. The recite has sources. This is what I do on a custom report. So if you go to, it's a separate product. So this is what I do all the research for you. On the site, what you do, we help point you to the sources. But that's what I'm doing now, tell you the truth. I'll show you how to do it, because it's different. See, every city, every place where you live is going to be different. Because there's how many cities? I don't know, 100,000 cities? I know there's 3,000 counties, so there must be 100,000 cities or more. And so up to almost $60,000 a year, you could still get a grant of 10%. $10,000 to buy a house, and that's program. Okay, they have another program there, the City of Euclid. Okay, they'll give you $25,000. Actually, it's funny, I see this a lot. It's $24,999. I think it's because they get money from the federal government to give out. And this is money. Do you know anybody else doing what you're doing on YouTube? I don't know. I don't search other people that much. I got free computer from Atlanta's backnoise.com. What is that, Gabe? Yeah, send me a link on that. I don't know what that is. Stolen in it. Can I get a $40,000 home grant? Maybe, it depends. I mean, you have to look. I mean, I can, first of all, the real answer is maybe. You have to find out what's in your area and what they are. And of course, the higher the amount you want, it's going to be a little harder. Harold, thank you for signing up. Okay. Now they have another grant at the city level. Actually, this is a loan, but listen, it's a fix-up money. Okay, I'm in Mississippi. Where do I look for help in buying my first home? Okay, I'm going through the process now. First is at your city. And if you want me to do it, okay, look in the title, gov't.com/real estate. That's where I do that. And so now, okay, the other program they have is loans. Now, this is a $25,000 loan at 3% interest, okay? Now, a $25,000 loan at 3% interest. And what's neat about this, what I did is I froze up here. Why didn't I freeze? Well, anyway, 3% in it. I went on and looked at the going rates for home repair, remodeling, loans and stuff like that. You know what it is? It starts at 5% and goes to 29%. So here's like 5.5 or so percent. So here's you're getting half the cost. This is a loan at half the cost. And the requirements will be a lot less because it's government. It's not somebody trying to pay for their yacht that they have up in New York or whatever it is, and their private jet and all that kind of stuff. No, this is government money. And they can't live that way. Oh my goodness, my well, why did we freeze? Why did we freeze? Why did we freeze? I have to close some things out. No, that's not nice. That's not nice to fool Mother Nature. That's not nice, is it? Let's see. Hey, I get it. Oh gosh, I want to get that. I have to get that. Oh my goodness. Why did that happen? So so even if it's a loan, you get it at, it's working over here. Okay, you get it at half the price. So, I mean, it's like buying a car. If somebody's selling you a car, would you pay twice as much as you had to for a car? But no, we go out and get a loan, we'll pay twice as much because, what's 3%? 3% is 100% more, less. I mean, is half the price, 50% less than what you pay. So that's another program. This is now, we're still at the city level. We haven't gone anywhere yet. So that's it. Let me tell you some more about the city. Okay, now I never even heard of Euclid, but that's okay. Now here, very cheap money for homeowners and investors to fix up their property. Okay, so this is another one. Now they give $35,000, at cheap money to invest your property. The requirements, the credit score and everything like that is going to be a lot lower because they want to get it to more people. They're not in it to make money. See, the objective of these programs is not to make money. That's why in the private sector, all they're there is to make money. That's why I think they, well, anyway. Okay, here's grants and cheap loans. Okay, that's still at the city level. Grants and cheap loans for home repair. grants and cheap loans for home repair. So this is another thing. So they're giving you grants. It's called the Home Repair Center. Right, I looked at this. Oh, this is a great place they have. They have all kind of money they have themselves. This is a nonprofit organization, near Euclid, Ohio. So people around there, because it's to fix up your home. So they had a half a dozen programs, financial programs, grants, and low interest loans to fix it up. Now, this is a nonprofit organization. It's called the Home Repair Resource Center. So right now, you could Google Home Repair Resource Center.org. Oh, actually, but make sure it's a .org, and it's Euclid, Ohio. So if you Google Home Repair Resource Center.org and Euclid, Ohio, you'll find it. And you can see the details of every program they have to fix up. Now, this is only for Ohio. Remember that? You have to find what's in your state. So like, what's in your wallet? Remember that ad, whatever the hell, the bank or something like that? They said, oh, well, what's in your wallet? Well, this is how you find what's in your wallet. So I'm taking you through a simple and what to look for. Because if you just put, Scranton, Pennsylvania, government grants, you're not going to get any of this stuff. Here's what this resource center also had: free tools and counseling on how to fix up your home. So you won't even need money to fix it up, home, because there you can get people to teach you how to make repairs, what to do, and have the tools to do it. You borrow. This is like a lending library for home repair tools. That's the biggest thing about fixing anything. That's why it's easy to get the plumber, because you need $500 worth of tools or whatever. So that's why you spend $200 on the plumber, because you don't want to go out and spend $500 on the tools for one time. But now you go to a place like this and you get the tools for free. So maybe it's worth learning how to fix that toilet. Excuse me, or whatever it is, because you could repair it for free and do it for the rest of your life, and also borrow tools instead of paying, a couple $100, for tools or whatever the heck they charge nowadays. So they have a tool lending library. Isn't that great? Now here's another one. Okay, $35,000 at 0% interest. 0% interest, okay? Now, what does that mean? What does that mean, 0% interest? That means, usually when you see this in government, tools are cheap. Yeah, cheap is relative. It depends on what kind tools you need. Sure, a screwdriver. But nowadays, tools can be very expensive. So $35,000, 0% interest. What does that mean? Okay, why do they do 0%? Because they just want to get your money. They want to make money out of it. They just want to be able to lend it to somebody else again. And what that usually is they don't even ask it to be returned. Okay, just return it when you sell your house, because your house will be more valuable. And when you get the sale of the house at a higher value, then you give back the $35,000 when you sell the house. So now you got a nicer looking house to live in. It'll be more. It'll get more money when you sell it, and you don't pay any interest rate. So it's like free money, And that's it. Now here's another one. I think it's right. Low interest loans to fix up older homes. Right. This is special money, just what they call a heritage home loan. A heritage home loan, and this is for older homes. They want to keep older homes viable. So if you have an older home, then you could get a special loan, and these are all special because they're going to be a fraction, or maybe you don't have to pay it back at all. That's what I mean. See, they'll never do it. And also, what they have home loans, fix up money, is that you only pay half of it back. 0% interest. You pay only half of it back. Do grants and loan for Arkansas. Do grants and loan. Well, it's the same sources, Chris. I think that's what I saw, Chris, is that you go to these organizations and, your city, look at the right names that I'm telling you about. It means that if a black person buys a slave house, is that what a heritage home is? I didn't know that. Maybe Yeah, this is Ohio. Would that be up there too? And then they forgive half the loan. So when you sell the home, then you only need to pay half of it back and no interest at all. Okay, energy assistance bills. So there's special, every city, every county, every state has special money to help you pay the energy bills. Also, there's grant money to help your house become more energy efficient. Okay, and that is called, I think, WAP, Weather Assistance Program. So that's the Weatherize Your Home. And then there's HEAP, that's for Home Energy Assistance Program. Okay. And then Ohio has some state programs like that. They have one for a crisis. Here's a down payment of $20,000 down payment. And it's 0% interest, and you only pay half of it back. So they give you $20,000 to help you get the home, but you only pay half of it back, like in 10 years, and no interest. So you worry about that $10,000 in 10 years because you got an extra 10 from it. Okay. Legal help when facing discrimination, home improvement grants to cut utility bills. That's when the grants to pay for utility bills. These are other local things. Grants to pay utility bills during extreme temperatures. They have a special program to pay your utility bills when it's real cold out there, or real hot. Yeah. That's what they have. Grants to replace your water system. I don't know how you replace a water system. Does each of my aliases get grant moolah action? I don't know what you mean. Do you have to be a minority? No, you have to be under 7'2". That's the only requirement for all that money. If you're over 7'2", they can't give you the money. It's against the law. No, I'm full of shit. And no, forget about those things. You have to be elderly. You have to be. I mean, that's true somewhere. But we're talking 17,000 different grants. So if you start only looking for something, like if you're a minority, you're only looking for minority grants, you're missing 99% of the other grants. Yeah, you don't do that. You don't do that. You just find money, and then you worry about if you're cut out or not. There's 10. Like 10 grants, like you're 10 people. Still miss that. But you can get as many grants as you can apply for, and they give you. You worry if you have too many. Well, that's a nice problem. You worry about that when that happens. But I wouldn't worry about it. $5,000 grant to get rid of the lead paint in your house. This is a problem if you have an older home or you buy another home or something like before. I think about late 1970s, 1980. We're still using lead paints, and now lead paint is making kids sick, real sick. And that's very important that you know about that and you get rid of it. Every state has a program to help you get rid of lead paint. Now, some have grants, some don't. They just give you assistance and tell you how to do it. How can I get more money to buy a new home? Well, I'm telling you, I'm going through the process. There's nothing easy. I mean, it's a process. There's a lot of places. I mean, that's why when I do, okay, someone from Euclid, Ohio asked me to do that for them. Okay. And for $50, $49, I'm sending them tonight after I finish talking to you. Don't tell them I tell them about their work. Okay. And I'm sending it to them. And there's 179 pages. Okay. And each page has at least 2 or 3 sources on it, and description, the links to the applications, everything you need. Plus, it's filled with, there's probably 50 videos in this thing. So California doesn't what? California has a shitload of these things like everybody else. California has probably even more. Maybe something. I mean, whatever you say about government programs is right. You say there's too much, there's too many. That could all be the right answers. That doesn't matter. Yeah. You want to solve a problem or you don't want to solve a problem. You want to argue about what's right or wrong? That's another thing. I don't care. I just want to show you the programs that are out there. You could use them. You can't. Okay. You go on and do something else in life. But they're real. I mean, that's why I don't make this stuff up at all. Yeah, I'm sending you links where to apply. You don't get it, I'm sorry, you have to go to the next one. I can only show you where the girls hang out, and you ask them if they want to date, and they say no. And that's it. Okay, okay. I don't know if you know about Habitat for Humanity. That's another great housing program. They're local, so you find your local Habitat for Humanity. They also fix up programs. Now, Habitat for Humanity doesn't charge any interest, and you put in sweat equity as a down payment, and you get a low interest mortgage, and that means your mortgage payment is half price. If you get a mortgage and they say there's no interest, that means instead of paying like $1,000 a month for your mortgage, you only pay $500. That's how much interest is on a mortgage. It's half your payment every month that you make it. Okay, and then I go through the subsidized housing if you're low income, but also here I show you how to get your home. So if you have real estate, you own real estate, you want to buy real estate, the government has help for you to get people to rent your real estate. And what they do, they pay for the rent. So that's cool. So you don't have the government's not going to go out of business. Maybe your tenant will, but that doesn't matter because your government's paying the rent. So I show you how to do that, and that's in every county, everywhere around the country. I have videos here of people who do it. Real estate investors, small mom and pop real estate investors who do that. There's interviews of that, and also interviews of people who use it, as their home. Let's see, Cleveland Mortgage Bulletin, what kind of tax deductions there are on real estate taxes for certain kinds of people. If you live in the home, you don't have to pay as much taxes. If you're a senior, you don't, you're a vet, all these kind of things. So you got to look at that, because that could be, hundreds of dollars, in your pocket that people don't know you could pick up. You don't want to leave that money on the table. There's another neat thing for fixing up a house. If you don't have a lot of income, there's something called rebuilding together. Rebuilding, okay? REBUILDING. What about grants to seek grants? There's some of that money, particularly for business. There's a big business grant called, or small business really. If you have an invention, an idea like that, they give anywhere from $50,000 to $1 million. And then because it's so important that a lot of states now are giving you like $5,000 a grant to help you figure that out. Then there's other getting contracts from the government. If you have a business, you want to make bread for the government, pasta, you want to be a freelance yoga instructor for them, or anything. The government buys anything. And they have grant money to give to a business that's already doing what you're doing to teach you how to do it. So, so there are grants to get grants. A lot of free real estate help that's available for here. Now here's an interesting group. It's a nonprofit organization that is an association of nonprofits. Are you the same guy from the commercial? Again, I mean, like in the 90s and stuff? Yes. Yeah, if it was about money, that's me. I sold a lot of books back then. It was on TV with infomercials and things like that. So for a long time. But now nobody buys reference books, so I got to teach people other ways. So that's what I'm doing here. Neighborhoodworks.org. Okay, if you want to know how to get in the real estate business and use a lot of government money programs that are in the real estate business, the people who belong to this, you're that gecko. I don't think so, but I don't know what a gecko is. So the people who belong to this organization, you go to this website, neighborworks.org, and find these are nonprofit organizations that use government money to build houses, okay, and do it, get grants and there. See, to me, if you really want to learn the system, you would volunteer at one of these places. I mean, you could learn another way. I'll show you where all that stuff is. But see, I think a way to do it is because they're helping people who need housing, and so they figure out how to use the program. Hey, Matthew, is it true that the larger amounts of funding, I lost that, Maybe I could get it. Oh, I didn't have my live stream on. God, I got so many. I'm sorry. But I love being busy. Man, if I'm not busy, I get bored, and then I get in trouble, and that's what you don't want to do, is be in a lot of trouble. Let's see if I got, maybe if that, someone on YouTube said there was something, if it's, is it true about something? I'd love to answer if you give me another shot. I'd love to answer if you give me another shot. I'd love to answer if you give me another shot. Yeah, I'll try to answer it. Oh, I see that. A little hiding here. Hi. But I don't know. Anybody chat? Man. Put it here. Yeah. Oh, there you are. Okay. Is it true that the larger amounts of funding through local government nonprofit organizations only? Maybe some that's true, and it's also not true. So no, because private investors too do that. And a lot of private investors do that through, it depends. See, there's different kind of, now what that is not true of is for the low income tax credit, okay? So, no, not, there, God, what is, there's a housing tax credit, low income housing tax credit. And that's, every state has that. And that's a credit they give to investors. Now, this is a great way. I was telling this to the bankers today, and they got really excited. Because what it is, it's for people, private individuals, who want to do, housing for low to medium income people, and they don't have enough money. Well, they'll give you a tax credit, say like $1 million. Now, what's a tax credit? Tax credit means you don't have to pay taxes on something. So that means you're getting the money by not paying taxes, okay? But they're giving you a tax credit before you do the project. So you don't have any taxes yet, right? So how are you going to get the money? Well, see, here's what they do it. And I have this in the report. I show you step by step and how they're doing it. There's video instructions and everything to you find out about this kind of stuff. And what the tax credit does is there's people who buy the tax credit. Fat cats. Can I buy property and put some asbestos in there and get asbestos removal? I don't have time for that shit. Yeah. Can you really buy houses for back taxes? It depends on where you are. Now, that's another system. You have to find out, who in your county has that and where it pops up. So the real answer is it depends. Sure, I've read about things happening too. I don't do it myself. But back to the tax credit. So what they have, if you get $1 million tax credit, there's fat cats who buy that tax credit. And there's video instructions about all the stuff, the step-by-step of how it's done, so you understand it. And then you have to learn the system locally, in your state, how to get a hold of that. Okay, and what kind of project does it have to be to do that? So it's not just, a one push the button and you get $1 million tax credit. No, that's what I mean. You have to do research and work to figure out the details. And if you're not willing to do that, then, you should look for something else. And anything you really want to do, it takes that, So that's what I mean. Everybody wants to do it, by Tuesday and be a millionaire. And that ain't gonna happen. Sure, it'll happen on some marketing guy. I mean, that's why commercials. I would find people who said that happened to them, but you and I, it's not gonna happen to. So the tax credit, a fat cat buys that ahead of time. Okay, you get $1 million tax credit. I'll give you $900,000. Okay. So you got $900,000 now to build your project, and you didn't do anything. You didn't even put a shovel in the ground yet, and you got $900,000. That's what I mean about using this. So you would never find that looking for grants for real estate, see, because that's not even a grant, but it's in the system. That's what I mean. It's all about learning. You don't wake up in the morning and say you want to hit a home run, No, you have to go out there and learn. But now, particularly in our society, more than ever, it's democratized because of the internet and everything. You don't have to hire people. You don't have to go to school. You don't have to do all these kinds of things that you really had to before. You just have to persevere and start putting it together somehow and getting information. That's another thing. Like meetups are wonderful like that too. You go to Meetup, they're free, and they're real estate investor meetups, and then I show you where to find them in my reports too. See, all these things, tax credit meetup. Now, okay, you know what, we're on page now of this report for 179 pages of grants and other sources of money for real estate for this little town in Ohio. We're on page 29, okay, 29. That's how much more there is. Have to go through the county, has to go through the state, have to go through the federal, have to go through the crowdfunding and the peer-to-peer sources and all that kind of stuff, you know. And I don't have a magic wand or do that. It's just stuff I built up. There's no secret or secret key. It's just building up your expertise on what it is. And if you're willing to put in the work and the time, you could do it too. And still, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee in anything you do in life. You know. And that's why, to me, when you want to choose things in life, you pick and choose carefully, because it's going to take work and it's going to take a lot of perspiration. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're going to quit before you figure it out. And then you just waste another time and you go on to another money scheme, you know, and you'll get angry with that because it didn't happen fast enough, and you'll quit. And you'll go on to another money scheme, and you keep going, because the salesman will say, all you have to do and push the button and bat, 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 bat. And you know, there are things that sure can make it easier. Like the thing that I only make easier is cut down the Google search for you. You know, because you never find this stuff. You have to use, I feel, boy, you have to be playing in the right ballpark, you know. You show up at the golf course with a shotgun, you know, you're supposed to bring golf clubs, you know. So it's not even worth trying, you know. So that's what I do. I show you all the best possible sources of money for real estate right here in one report. Instead of, see, that's why to me Google is bad, because it'll show you 50 million. What the hell are you going to do with 50 million? Good to see you, my friend Rob from NBC. Where NBC, Rob? That's cool. Oh, my light. See, I don't have a lighting guy here, Rob, like when I used to do TV. I just have my little shitty lights here and my iPhones. And that's what it's about. But it's all about learning, yeah. And I just want to keep teaching people. And I say, 20 more years. Okay, listen, I got to run. I got to get up tomorrow. You used these programs yourself. You have used these programs yourself. Yes, of course. Well, you're doing an awesome job. Well, thank you. Yes, I mean, I just, you know, teeth, I just got it cleaned for free. No, it wasn't free. My dentist wanted to charge $300, okay? I went down at Howard University, got it done for about 60. And this was all the x-rays and everything kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, yes, I still do it because I want to understand the process. Now, it took longer, but I got it, man. That's it. You know, I'm sure for $300 or whatever, you know, he does everything but kisses me goodnight or whatever. And, but if you don't have money, you still got to take care of your teeth. And I want to experience that, you know. What do people have to put up with? Yeah, I do. I do that a lot now. And doing it more all the time. My kids got grants for college and stuff like that. I don't need money. I need, you know, to learn the process and learning for free. I'm not going to school. Go on YouTube and go to meetups to learn. What if you have bad credit? That's what these programs are for. The government programs and all these things are for people who can't get it elsewhere. People need housing, okay? You can't get it at the bank. See, traditional sources, that's why you think you can't get it, because you're going to the bank. They only want to give money to make sure they get it back, okay? Government wants to give money because you need a house more, so they'll take the risk, you know, because they want to get you housing. It's just a different system, you know, and so we think everything is capitalism, and it's not. You know, the roads, you're not paying for the roads, right? So why do we as a community decide, okay, nobody will pay for the roads? Yeah, I don't know, before Trump leaves, maybe he'll figure out a way to privatize the roads to make money. But no, we decide as a community we need that to make things work better. So nobody pays for the roads, yeah? Or do you want to pay for your own army? No, we feel, well, for defense, let's pull the money together. Okay, well, a lot of people don't get housing. Well, we should make sure, our friends and family and people, our neighbors should have homes, okay? So we pull money together to make sure that happens. How do we start? Well, you start, you could look at my videos. I got about 3,000 of them now on YouTube. If you want to, it depends on what it is. On the housing thing, if you go to lesgo.com/real estate, okay? Lesgo, LESKO.com. I'm sorry I wasn't prepared. But lesgo.com/real estate. Now this is terrible. I don't think you could even say it. Is that shitty or not? Les.com/real estate. And that's the $50 report. I went through 29 pages of the report I just completed for Euclid, and I'll do one for your state. It takes about 2 weeks for me. Write your email. I don't know why I didn't get it. The email is Let's Go Free Radio. Let's Go Free Radio at gmail.com. Boy, this is terrible. The nuns used to flunk me all the time. Let's Go Free Radio at gmail.com. Okay. I'm sorry. I usually have sheets nicely printed and stuff like that. But that's so that we got that there, and we got lesgo.com. And don't forget Gabe's site. It's Gabe, what is it again? Let's Go. It's facebook.com/group. Let's Go Fan Q&A. Is that it? God, why don't I know that? Gabe, help me, Wanda. Okay, and another thing that's really good is facebook.com/free money news. That's where I put up my new stuff I found. Like I put a lot of things up there, like maybe some of the ones I talked about just now are up there, the links and everything. So it's lesgo.com/free money news. Let's Go Fans Q&A. Let's Go Fans Q and then ANDA. And that's our groups, facebook.com/group/Let's Go Fans Q&A. Okay, and then mine you want to subscribe to, because that's where I get my stuff every day, is at facebook.com/free money news. Okay. Travis Murray, hello. Where do I find this? Okay, up in the title. I also put it in the title. The real estate report is also in the title of the seminar, whatever, the video here. The title of the video has the website in it too. So that's another way you could say, is it true large amounts of money? Have they used these programs yourself? Yes. Thank you, Max Spark. Okay, guys, let me go to bed. Boy, Ted Danson's getting old. Boy, Ted Danson. Really? I look at Ted Danson. He's a good-looking guy. I'm just an old fart. Yeah. I think he's from Ivy League School. Do we have to be real estate agents? No, you do not. Don't worry about credentials. You just go out and do stuff. It's just the snobs that worry about credentials. You want to do stuff, you figure out a way. See what's out there and how you could use it. Okay, guys? Take care. Getter, DINW. Don't know what that is, Gabe.